Hey everyone, it's Pearlescent Toys back in today's video with another, well, actually for the first time, a PlayStation Shapes Collection figure. Not a big fan of that name. That kind of just sounds weird. The Shapes Collection, huh? The controller, sure. But no, here we have the very first figure from this line, Aloy from Horizon Forbidden West. This is a figure that I've been looking forward to a whole lot. I love PlayStation. I'm a PlayStation guy through and through, and so like any action figures or collectibles that come out for it, I'm buying. Not the hugest fan of Horizon, but I liked it. It was alright. On the side art here you get some accessories and the figure itself, and then here's the cover of the video game, and here is the back of the box. The main protagonist of Horizon, Aloy, is curious, I don't know if she's that curious anymore. Aloy is curious, determined, and intent on uncovering the mysteries of the world. Shunned by her own tribe since birth, she has learned to harness her agility, cunning, and deadly aim to hunt the machines and survive in the unforgiving wilds. And it slides up to, oh, this is sick. This is super sick. This is going to be a figure that I returned right after I reviewed it. I get a few bucks back, but oh man, I don't know. The presentation here is phenomenal. Oh wow, that's wonderful. I love that. And then you open it up, and you get all of these accessories in this window right here, and the figure itself. Wow, I am blown away just by the packaging alone. If the packaging is this good, I know the figure is going to be great. Alright, but without further ado, let's get into the review. And here is Aloy out of the packaging. Oh man, this figure already, just from looking at it, looks fantastic. Let's just go straight into the sculpt and the paint apps, starting with those boots. And there is just a plethora of sculpting detail all throughout this figure. Yeah, look at that on the side of the pants right here, on the bottom of this one, and it just continues up. There's like layers to it. There's this tan part. It's the same thing on the other side. They are both uneven though, and I love that asymmetry to her. The shoes as well, not a whole lot of painted detail on them, but they are sculpted really well. I'm surprised it has a toe hinge actually. You have some added accessories within the sculpt itself, like the little bands around her knees. You have that orange one, and then over here it's a blue one hanging off the side, and that little netting right there, the light cyan baby blue color. What I love are these knee pads though, of course, like ripped straight off of one of the robots. And yeah, it just looks super cool. The sculpting of the pants is pretty plain for the most part. There are a little bit of details like that seam line right there, but of course you're not going to really see them underneath this skirt piece right here. It's still cool that they went the extra mile and did some extra sculpting right there, because that's awesome. Ooh, and I love on the back of this one, you could see the paint on the hinge. Wow, incredible. Speaking of incredible, this skirt piece looks fantastic, and I love the colors used on them, especially for like a primal aesthetic. It's pretty cool. And this red band going down the side. Ooh, articulated pouch. What? That's amazing. I love that. So yeah, you can move it, and if you want to pose it, this too. Wow. I'm guessing that's for another accessory later. The pouches look phenomenal. You guys know me, I'm a pouch guy, really into pouches on character designs, and she has some big ones right there. And I love how the skirt piece goes underneath her belt and drapes over the top of it. I love this added detail. Like the sculpt here is just top notch so far. Then we get to the abdomen, even more sculpted detail. You can see like creases, folds in this brown part and the tan part, and then it's separated by what I'm guessing is like supposed to be leather, with like stitched into the suit itself, and that has some nice cross hatching pattern right there. And then we get to the upper torso, and just, man, even more sculpted detail. You can see the necklaces right here. There's blue beads in it, and the blue necklaces up top right here. Just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Oh, speaking of beautiful, hey, what's up, girl? And then here is the rest of that upper piece, and there is some stitching in it, not painted though. She also has this fur bit on the back, and man, I just absolutely love the design. It's so cool. It looks like a wolf, from a wolf. And the necklaces even continue to the back of the neck as well, and it just looks so lifelike without actually having to be like fur. So I just love that. It's so good. The upper sleeve also has some sculpted detail, pretty plain though. The arms too are a bit plain, not too much going on there. It's not until you get to the forearm where you get some more sculpted detail. Yeah, look at that. Some more armor from a robot. The same on the other side, and they're both different, so it looks even better. Underneath this one is some more fur, and on this side it's just plain brown. Yeah, it looks all right. The glove continues onto this hand, but not this one. Again, asymmetry, I love it so much. Kicking things off with the accessories is this face plate, and there are 6 of them, but yeah, let's just look at this one first. This is the one she comes packaged with. I hate the side eye. I never like side eyes on any action figure. It bothers me to no end. I know it has its fans. I'm not one of them, LeBron James. I would love to have had this like smirking expression with her eyes pointed forward, because off to the side, I hate it. But I think overall they did a really good job on it. I'm just not a fan of the eyes. Next up, she has her angry expression. It kind of loses the likeness of the actress a little bit, but I think it's fine. It's a funny accessory to have. And next up, we have this yelling expression. Again, it kind of loses the likeness a little bit. Not too bad, but it does kind of look goofy. Love the depth of the mouth, though. That looks great. And now for her face painted faceplates. Yeah, first up is the smiling one with the green paint on it. Yeah, looks all right. Looks pretty good. Next up is the face paint from that one tribe, the Wind people. I don't know. I haven't played the game in like 2 years. But yeah, there's that. It's a neutral expression and looks good. And next is this surprised expression. I don't like it. I do like the face paint though. It's from, again, I don't know the name of the tribe. It's from those tree people.
What do you mean by that?
Oh god, that sounded so wrong. I'm sorry. Those, you know what I mean. They all live in a big ass tree. That's where this paint is from. And the expression itself, it's an expression to say the least. Probably not one that I'll be using like ever, but yeah, the option's there. She also comes with 2 open flat hands, 2 fisted hands, 2 open C grip hands, which are used to hold her spear. This piece looks exquisite from top to bottom, just loaded with detail. Look at the feathers down here at the bottom. This little piece, again, forget the name of everything. I haven't played the game in years. They've got some wrap around there and around the middle of the staff as well. And then you get some like cables heading up to the head, another feather accessory right there, and right here's the spear point. And man, it just looks so freaking good. She also comes with these hands, which are able to hold her bow and arrow accessories. And taking a look at the bow itself, it is so accurate to the game, to the source material. Look at that little foxtail hanging from the bottom. Really awesome. And then this leather strap with some detail on it. Man, it's just filled with sculpted detail. Like the sculpt alone for this here is already like a 10 out of 10 for me. It is just so incredible what they managed to pack in. Then we get the arrow right here, also really greatly sculpted, like an obsidian tip, I believe, and then going down here, and yeah, it just evens out. The feathers on the back are sculpted pretty nicely. This wrap around there, looks phenomenal. She also comes with her quiver, which was the piece that plugged into that empty peg hole from earlier. And the sculpted detail, again, I cannot reiterate just how great it looks. Silver paint for the latches as well. The tip is just like plain yellow, kind of bland, but man, the sculpt more than makes up for it. It looks fantastic. And here she is holding the bow and arrow, and the string is elastic, so it's able to go back and be held by her finger. Just be careful, because if you actually like let this thing loose, it'll launch the arrow. That's what happened to me, and it got lost in my carpet. I was like, no, where is it? So yeah, that's just something to look out for, because it might come loose and just arrow gone. Before I go on to articulation, I wanted to look at the hair, because I forgot to go over that in the Sculpt and Paint apps. And yeah, just wonderful, just beautiful looking. That's like the trademark of this character, is her hair, that wildfire look. It reflects her character so well. Yeah, just a really, really great sculpt in the hair. Man, it just looks so good. All the braids going all throughout it. These little knots right there. Yeah, just so incredible. Love the painted beads right there. Love what they did here. That aside, let's start looking at the articulation. And I went over the hair because it is articulated. So this piece is able to move by itself, as well as these two other pieces on the side. The braids are part of the sculpt, so they just kind of sit there. But you can have it spread out, so when she's like jumping through the air or something, like you can have that moving, as well as these front pieces too, the ones that go past her shoulders. That's incredible. But then the head is able to move this far down and a ton up. Wow. Yeah, that articulated hair came in real handy. Take notes, Hasbro. Like, just do this, man. Like, that's incredible. She does have some really good pivot right there, and some side to side movement. Hey, don't look at me like that. Her arm is able to move this far up, and it does have a butterfly shoulder joint. It doesn't really go that far back, but it does go a little bit forward, and she has rotation at the shoulder. She has a mid bicep swivel, a single jointed elbow that also has a swivel, and your standard wrist hinge moving up, down, all the way around. The combination of her lower ab crunch and mid diaphragm joint allow her to move this far back and this far forward. Incredible range of movement. She also has some great pivot right there and some side to side movement. And she's able to kick this far up and then go out to the side this much and go back an incredible amount. Wow. She has upper thigh swivel, a double jointed knee that bends in this much. Incredible. She has an upper ankle swivel, allowing her to move her ankle and foot side to side, and her foot is able to move this far down, this far up, a toe hinge, and now on to the size comparisons. Here is Aloy next to Jin Sakai from Ghost of Tsushima and Kratos from God of War 2018. This figure being from the Good Smile Company, Figma, and this one being from NECA Toys. I'm actually surprised to see that she kind of lines up with Jin Sakai pretty well. He's a little too small still, but like given like a different angle or two, like I could see this definitely working. Kratos, on the other hand, absolutely not. This figure is just ginormous. Here she is next to Jada Toys Chun-Li and the Marvel Legends Spider-Man from the Insomniac Spider-Man game. Jada Toys is a lot closer in scale than Marvel Legends. Just to reiterate that, here are Miles and Spider-Man from Spider-Man 2. And again, she's just a little bit too small for 6-inch Marvel Legends. But just like Jin Sakai, I could see it working given a different angle. But moving on, here she is next to Deadpool and Hydra Bob. Deadpool and Hydra Bob. Darwin and Morbius. Grogu and Commander Gary. And she will fit in very well with your Black Series collection, because Black Series is also like a bit of a smaller 6-inch scale. So yeah, these two look great together. And finally, we have Jeff the Land Shark and Spider Ham. Oh, and I almost forgot. Here she is next to her Lego self. All right, time for my final rating and my overall thoughts. I think I'm going to give Aloy here from the Shapes collection a final rating of 9.5 out of 10. I'm going to give her a 9.5 out of 10. And she is just dang near perfect. Like, this is almost import quality, really. It's truly, truly stunning. And it's just a magnificent piece with just a very few slight nitpicks for me that bring it down from a 10 out of 10 to a 9.5. First of all, the paint apps, of course, they are fantastic looking, but they're a little lacking in some areas. As I went over with the sculpt and paint apps portion, there are some pieces that just look kind of bland by comparison to others. Oh, another nitpick, don't like the side eyes, hate those. Please don't do them, Spinmaster, please, I'm begging you guys. That's what initially turned me off from DC Multiverse, when McFarlane started doing the side eyes. So please don't do that for this line, guys, please. Other than that, I have really no complaints. So 9.5 out of 10. But yeah, that'll do for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Please like, comment, subscribe, share with a friend. Anything you can do to support the channel will be greatly appreciated. And with that, I will see you in the next one. Bye.